Good morning, everybody. It's Heather Ruth here. Yes, thank you for joining me on my business page, in my private page, or in my group, The Fuller Cup. It's actually Fuller Cup if you're ever looking for us with two P's. And in here, we discuss all of these kinds of things. And it's just a place where I began and I chose to begin to share my magic or share who I am and what I do. And a majority of the people that are in this, my Fuller Cup, they are people that I know in my community. I have met through soccer, I have met through BMX, or all for various reasons. And anyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. So, anyhow, we are here for the 64 days of gratitude journey, and today is day 9. Today is about choice and being grateful for it and understanding that everything we do in life is a choice. We have a choice, and I've had a lot of people say, how do I just choose to be happy? And the first things that I will say to most of my clients is you really have to understand where happiness resides in your body, or choose to just create awareness instead of jumping to the happy. And really, what is happy? For me, I don't choose happy, I choose joyful. I choose serenity. I choose ease, flow, compassion, love. I choose these because those, to me, are emotions that resemble happy. And happy, I tend to think, is like a sticker that we sort of throw onto things. And, I am super grateful that every day I get to choose how I feel. And today, I didn't choose the best me. I didn't choose the best me to wake up to. I didn't choose the best me to interact with my husband, which then caused him to react not so good to me. And that was my choice. And it's because we're navigating some different ways of being in the world right now. His company is going down to work share. We're losing hours. He's gaining hours here at home. And all I decided to see was, and I chose this, and I definitely chose it to see, was what was I going to be lacking with him being here? Instead of looking at it in the opposite direction of what was I going to be more abundant in with him here? What things can get done? How much more time can him and I spend together? How can I change my day? How can I make it mold so it works for us? No, no, no. I didn't choose that. I chose to look at what I was losing, which is quiet time, which is me time, which is basically having the house to myself. And I chose to see that I was losing that. And then that energy filtered into him, which then tossed him into a not so great mood, which then tossed us into not so great selves. And so I chose in that moment when he left the door to go and sit in reflection and reflect on, why did I feel that way? Why did I feel that constraint? Why did I choose to be in lack? Why did I choose to be in that space that I haven't been in so long? Well, that's just what I decided to choose. I decided to choose that so that I could feel and make the choice to see the opposite side. I chose to feel the lack so that I could see the abundance. And in that, I chose to look down my own tunnel in the moment instead of looking at the whole picture, which is something that I usually do really, really well. It's ingrained in me. It's a part of my personality. I tend to always see through the other people's eyes and lens, and I chose not to do that because I was choosing me in that moment. And he was choosing himself too. And so then our energies just weren't meeting. So you see how we're choices? It's an intuitive choice. It could be choice. It could be unconscious choice. It could be conscious choice. We all have that degree. My apologies. My eye is so itchy all of a sudden. And I think we have to be gentle with ourselves. I think we have to stop pushing ourselves to be in these spaces of love all the time and think that everything is going to be happy dappy and we're going to choose love every second. You know what? We don't. We're human. We don't always choose the lovey path. We don't always choose that. We don't always choose to love ourselves to the nth degree every single day of the hour, of the minutes, of the hours. We literally sometimes choose to be upset. And I was upset. I was upset because it was throwing my schedule, it was throwing my routine, it was throwing my rhythm upside down, and I chose to be a little bit upset with this. And then by choosing to give myself space and time to lay on my bed, put my feet up my wall, do little stretches in yoga, I could see that that choice was limiting me. It was limiting me because here we are given an opportunity to redefine what our life is like. We've talked about owning two businesses. We've talked about collaborating. And yet I couldn't see that because I'm so used to him going to work and being out of the house and doing the things. And I didn't see that he's used to that too. And that maybe he's struggling with the whole idea of what am I going to do for 8 hours a day when I don't get work? I don't get that choice. My choice of going to work has actually been taken away from him. And so now he has to look and choose what is it that he can do? Well, how can he light that up? And so I have to choose, well, how can I help him in that discovery? How can I help him to welcome him into the space so he feels like he's not floundering? So he feels purposeful and in step. Now, we're also approaching winter and we are a huge skiing family and the mountains are going to close. They're going to open in a couple of months. And so maybe we can choose to go skiing on the days that we drop our kids at school and we say goodbye and we go skiing and then we pick them up on the way home. Maybe we can choose that. And that's the awesome opportunity. And that's what taking the time to look at your choices and being okay with the good ones and the bad ones. And there's not really good and bad. It's just ones that might be one's more aligned and one's not. Or one takes you off the course or one keeps you on the path. And I was listening to a podcast yesterday with Brene Brown and Abby Wambach. And I can't wait. I've asked for her book, The Wolf Pack, for Christmas because Abby talks about the old rules and the new rules. And it was just such a different way of putting into perspective the change that is happening. We can change, we can choose to do things the way they used to be done, or we can choose to look at the now and do things differently. We can choose to wallow in what was, or we can choose to be present in what is. Do you see what that is? So when we live over here in the what was, we're only just revisiting old feelings, we're revisiting old memories, we're revisiting all the old things. But when you choose to be here in what is, when we choose to be in the absolute presence of ourselves, of our current reality, our perspective, our vision, our filter, whatever it is that you're looking through, when we choose to be in what is, we're actually free. We're freer. Because today is all we have. We don't know if we have tomorrow, and we're not sure, or pretty sure we left yesterday in the past. So today is what we have, and we can choose to be present. We can choose to be all here in today. And so I also went to my tarot cards this morning and I pulled one of my oracle cards and I said, like, what do I need to hear today? What is one of the things that I need to hear that I'm not hearing or I'm not listening or I'm not paying attention to? So I choose to do this kind of action. And the thing that came up for me today was love and compassion. Choose love. Every time we can go to love, we open our heart chakra, we open our mind, we open our hearts to things working better. Every time we choose love. Every time we choose compassion, compassion for others, compassion for self, the world gets a little bit more easeful, a little less stressed, and a whole lot more easeful. So ask yourself every day when I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling low, what is it that's making me feel this way? What have I chosen to look at? How have I chosen to see the world? As the woe is me, or as this is an opportunity to expand myself? Am I here? Am I choosing what is, or am I choosing what was? Because guess what? What was may never come back the same way. And if I've known anything in the last 4 to 5 years, every time you have a new day, that day leaves behind you. If you keep drudging it forward, you keep living in the past. And that's not healthy. I used to live in the past all the time. We used to talk about things. Well, I used to remember this conversation my husband and I had was he used to say, and he stopped saying it, and he's like, "Well, you used to be this way. You used to be more frisky." Right? You used to be this way. And I understand that I used to be that way, but I was also younger and I had different freedoms. And now I'm a mom and I'm tired some days and I'm exhausted. And I'm a woman who is aging and going through some serious changes in her body. And so there's sometimes I'm not that frisky. And sometimes I choose not to be, and that's okay. But when we put those things on people, and say, you used to be this, why can't you be this anymore? Well, maybe they've chosen not to be that anymore. Or maybe they've said, yes, that's still a part of me, but it's not the part that lights me up. It's not the part that lifts me and rises me and gives me the passion and feels the heat, right? So don't do that to people. Don't say you used to be. Just be with them as they are today. Love, compassion, empathy, embrace those pieces. Because you don't know what is happening in somebody's life by looking out or looking in from the outside. Because you're looking through your own lens, through your own perceptions. So remember, you have a choice. You can choose what was or you can choose what is. And then you can choose how you want to feel in the future and you can bring it back to today. And you can start looking at that. You can start looking at those feelings and choose for them to be in your today so that you're already feeling what the future is. Sounds like Joe Dispenza to me, right? Bring your heart and mind into coherence. And I am so grateful for choice. I can't tell you how much I'm grateful for it. I am so grateful. And I wear this shirt, come as you are, every single day. Come as you are. Be in the present. Choose you. Because when you choose you and you choose from love, that love ripples across and everyone else feels it. We have an energetic aura around us that goes out. And if it's positive, people are attracted. And if it's negative, they are repelled. So make your choices, but also understand that with every choice that we make, we're making who we are, good or bad, however you see those things, aligned or unaligned, powerful or unempowerful, empowered or unempowered. However you decide to want to make those choices, they're yours to make. No one else can make you choose other than you. So choose for you. So I'm super grateful for choice. I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow morning with another day of 64 days of gratitude. Thank you for being here.